Hola amigos, ¿vieron o no? El tema de hoy, controlar el resultado. Control the outcome. So, control the outcome. This really comes back to the fact that in any exchange, in any situation, we might not have a lot of impact on what the other person is saying or doing, but we can control how we respond. That's the only bit we have any control over. And I'll give you an example of something I saw today. Walking around town, I see in the street two gentlemen get into an argument over traffic. One thinks he parked wrong and the other one started complaining about it, and then they started an argument, and this argument got progressively more heated. And looking at it, for what actually started, either of them could have de-escalated. They could have controlled their response to what really wasn't a big problem, but they let it become a big problem, and then they got into a really bad argument. My suggestion is, if you're in a similar situation, traffic induced or not, where you feel that this situation is heading in a direction which is going to start to become a problem, like the other person's become offended and you're not really sure what to say, better at this point, even if it's not really your fault, recognize the situation is getting out of control, take responsibility for the situation, not necessarily admitting your fault, but to say, sorry, my mistake. Now this sounds a little bit strange because it probably wasn't your mistake, but what you're doing is you're taking control of the situation and you're helping to de-escalate this, because the other person's not admitting it was their fault. They're not admitting they're doing anything wrong. They're just getting angry. But if you admit, sorry, my mistake, now the other person can't argue because it was your mistake and you've taken responsibility. So you've taken the heat out of that conversation, and then hopefully it won't get any worse. That's the thought for the day. Cheerio for now.